It's Berlin, 1 round and 4 deals. And I see 2 brown belts and one green to my opposite. And brown belts to my left and to my right. Brown belt with 1 black stripe. Okay, the most dangerous player here, possibly. The opposite player has two brown stripes, and I myself, by the way, have 1 brown stripe as well. Okay, let's try collecting something. And I have 4 pairs now. It can be either all pungs or 7 pairs. What about chows? No, it's pairs. I have 5 pairs. So early, you see? 5 pairs from second discard. And I just need to hold useful tiles and discard useless. No, I don't go for pungs now. Pungs are tricky. Pungs, you may have 1 pair waiting for a pung, and some of your opponents may have the same pair also waiting for the same pung, and nobody will discard a tile. So then you'll never take it. And if you have 1 pair locked with one opponent and another pair locked with another opponent, then you can't win. You simply can't win. Something like stalemate in chess. And then someone else wins. Someone who collects pairs, for example, because pairs don't depend on pungs. Ouch. 1 pair discarded. Nobody discards white, by the way. Nobody discards my tiles. Of course, I hope to take... No, I don't want to hold white. It didn't come during these 6 turns. And I'd better discard it. Maybe it could be taken from discard, but no. Another pair discarded. What about the player to my right? She discards bams, she discards darts. Maybe she needs some cracks, but she didn't take cracks from me. Okay. By the way, I can declare some pungs. Let's try. Okay. Let's try taking pungs. As long as I collected a concealed pung myself. This is it, and I can win either with 9 or with 1. Good, you see. Events went fast. Good. Very good. I just won with pungs, you see. Planned some pairs, but collected a concealed pung and quickly switched to pungs. A cheap hand, 8 points simply, nothing special. And here I can see Here I can see at least one plan for mixed straight, another plan for mixed shifted chows. What about knitting? 2-5, 3. No, it's not knitting because I have good tiles and suits, connected tiles and suits. That's important. I just collected one pair. This could be my eyes for mixed straight, or maybe for my chows. But for my chows, not for mixed shifted chows. For mixed shifted chows, I need to find eyes somewhere else. Maybe 8s, for example. Mm-hmm. 7. Maybe 7s will be my eyes if I take 7, 8, 9 and leave 2 7s. 6. Okay. Let's go for mixed straight then. And I'm waiting for 2 cracks. If I take 2 cracks, okay, let's discard 8. Nothing useful from it. Well, the player to my left collects up a 4. That's interesting. If I take 2 cracks from her, as long as she doesn't need lower tiles like 2s. This one. I can take 6 or 9 from anyone. Six is discarded. 9 BAMs discarded once. Okay. 8 BAMs must be safe. 9 safe. Good. 7 cracks must be dangerous. You see, she may collect pure shifted pungs. Lucky her. Yes, lucky her, because she didn't feed. She could feed there. Who knows what the player to my left holds. And she herself collects all types. Mm-hmm. 6 must be safe. 2 6s discarded already, and hardly the player to my left has good cracks. More likely she waits for dots. Just for my dots. Maybe 8, maybe 7. Maybe 9. No, not 9. That's curious. Maybe she wants simply pungs. She melded many interesting tiles, but she needs just pungs. I don't want to hold 3 4 5. I don't have forms, and with 3 4 5 I could hope for the last 6 dots only. Okay, 4 cracks is safe. Very nice. 4 cracks. Another 2 melded. I better discard 9. Good. 6 is dangerous. 6 is simply dangerous against the player to my left. We'll see it soon, I hope. 7 cracks, discarded once. Goes nowhere, good. The opposite player doesn't need 2, maybe she'll feed me my 2. Maybe the player to my left will feed. Looks like nobody needs 2s. Dragons are useless. The opposite player may need dots. Maybe she needs just 4. Let's see. No, she wasn't ready. The player to my left wasn't ready. The player to my right wasn't ready. She needed 4 dots. Just one of 4s which I held. So I could discard 6 dots, you see? 6 dots without risk. Without any risk. But I decided to defend a bit. As long as 9 dots was discarded recently. Okay, 2 hands I collected. And here I can see something like pure shifted chows. I'd better discard useless tiles like corners. And 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7 it can be. I collected 4 pairs on one hand. And on the other hand I collected 4 forms for reversible tiles. You see? Pair of 2s BAMs, 4, 5, 6 BAMs, pair of 2s pung of 9s. That's interesting because I can try. Let's go for reversible tiles. Yes, I discard pair of 3s. Yes. Formally I'm waiting for 7, you see? But I can't win. What would it be? What would it be? 7 in the middle, that's closed waiting. No. Closed wait. 1 point. No honors, 1 voided suit, 2 points. 3, pung of terminals, 4. Shot straight, 5. 5 points, not enough. If it could be the last 7, yes, the last 7 BAMs would give me mahjong in this situation, but it was the first one, not the last. What else could I make? I couldn't make pure straight, you see? I already collected 2 pungs in dots, or I'd be discarding 9 to make eyes and 9s and this pure straight. But for pure straight I needed 7 and 9. I didn't take 9 BAMs, 9s discarded. I didn't take 7 BAMs. Yes, I discard the safe 8 BAMs, and now guess what I'm waiting for. Come on. She's collecting melded hand? Really? She discarded 8 and took this 8 from me. Very curious. 2. Yes, I don't collect triple pung. You see? They may be suspecting that I'm collecting triple pung. And I just discarded these 2 cracks, which means I don't collect. I'm ready, but for what? Maybe for something cheap. They may think about something cheap in my hand, which is not far from reality, because I just want not a very expensive hand of reversible tiles. What about this hand? 3 cracks. All 3 is discarded, so she doesn't collect pure shifted chows. Yes, she could collect pure shifted chows, like... Okay. Safe it is. 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. But she didn't go for pure shifted chows. And maybe she needs 5 or 6 dots. You see? 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. This can mean either 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6. Yes, 4, 5, 6 dots she wanted, by all 6's dots were... Almost all 6's dots were taken, were built in. Now it's the last deal. I collected 3 deals so far in this game. Good. Now I need something. Okay, let's discard this useless east, you see. Discarded twice. I'd better collect some pungs. Maybe all types as well. I can declare pung of 7s, pung of 4s. Let's wait a bit. Sorry. Maybe later. Maybe she'll discard another 2 or 5 or 2 or 4. I need something in BAMs now. She had 2. Okay. She had 2, 4, 6 and discarded 2. She didn't wait for 3 dots. Maybe she wants mixed straight. Maybe she wants pure straight. That's interesting. Maybe something else. Maybe mixed triple chow, for example. All people melded. Okay, I don't want to wait for 3. All people melded 7, 8, 9 to my opposite. Pung of 4s to my right. What does she want with this pung? 3. Just in time when I abandon this plan with 3. Anyway, I can hold 7s as my eyes, for example. 3 2s discarded. Let's hold this south because it may be useful. It may come. Maybe I'll collect pung of south, maybe pung of north. I'm not sure yet. Good. Concealed pung collected. Concealed pung. This looks like mixed straight now. And if she discarded 3, she may need 1 or 2 cracks. She didn't take 2. She didn't take 2 cracks. Maybe she needs... Maybe she already has 1, 2, 3 cracks and now just waits. Yes, looks like she has 1, 2, 3 cracks. And now she needs the 4th set. Maybe she waits for my 7s. Okay. And she doesn't need dragons, you see? She doesn't need dragons. So she needs just mixed straight. Possibly she has eyes. Yes, she waits. She has chow and waits for eyes, I wanted to say, yes. Now, I collected all hands in this game. Really. Pure victory. Very nice. Yes, she had 1, 2, 3 and waited for 6. She had 7 cracks and 6 bams and decided to discard 7. And fed just into my all types. Good. The opposite player wanted some chows, wanted pure straight. That's it. She waited for 6 bams. She had the last 4 bams in her hand. She just didn't have any good pair. 4 or 5. She just couldn't make any pair. She discarded pair of 8s. And that's it. She was just 1 step behind ready hand, but she couldn't take 6. 1 6 was here. And other 6's bams were in the wall. By the way, she could hope for the last 6, but what about her eyes? The player to my right had 2 4s and 2 5s. 2 4s and 2 5s. And she wanted something like middle tiles. You see, all middle. 4 5 6 4 5 6 and 6 6's dots for her eyes. Good plan, really, but I didn't give her 6. And 1 6 2 6's discarded. Sorry, 2 6's discarded to her opposite. Well, not very good. She was 1 step behind ready hand, but it's not very probable to collect. And I took simply all types. I waited for 7 and west, and nobody needed neither west nor 7. Looks like nobody needed 7s. Okay, nice pure victory. Thanks all.